Good evening. Dr. Thomas here. Welcome to what I'll call a different and new spiritual wisdom with Dr. Thomas. I've been doing this for over a year, and I remember when I first did my first real channel, laying there on my bed, I closed my eyes, and just what came out, and it was something I never even fathomed or thought about before my whole life, and it just came to me. I just verbalized it. Um, well, the other day I laid in my bed, I was going to do a meditation, and the exact same thing happened. And this time, once again, it was something I never thought of before. But this time I started aligning with some of the things that I was hearing or knew and what I wanted to talk about. I was going to go into something different and not necessarily channel directly. Well, it's hard for me not to do, but talk. If you're watching, feel free to give me a thumbs up or say hi. That's perfectly fine. Uh, Share this if you think other people might need to hear it. But tonight, there's two topics. And I'm debating which one to start with. But let's go with the first. There are many people I've talked to over my time, over these few years when I started this journey. And they say, "Oh, I believe, but nothing ever happens." Or, I've been waiting. I've gone through all this stuff, but when is my thing going to happen? When is it going to be my turn? When? Why? What's going on? How can all the stuff about their expectation of something to change, that they've done all the right things, they've struggled, but why isn't it there to them? Where is this beautiful golden, abundance they've been waiting for? The moment they say that is the moment that I know for a fact they don't believe. Instead, it's a wishful thinking. It's something they've heard or read that can happen, but they can't fathom that it will happen. Or even in some cases, they can't fathom that it has happened. So, what do I mean? What do they want you to know? Unless you consciously take it in as a truth, the rest of your body hasn't got a chance. So let's put this into a grander scale, a grander scheme. Because unless you consciously believe it as a truth, the rest of your body doesn't have a chance. This comes directly from Cryon. But what does it mean? There are multiple levels, as I'll call it, of this abundance, of this law of attraction. Many of the first levels talk about just think it and will it out. Think it and believe it. But thinking and believing are not consciously believing it. They're just stating out the words, going through an action. All they are doing is a wishful thinking of what it might be. You must believe that that which is for your highest and greatest good is coming forth. That we around you are here for you, to give you that which is for your highest and greatest good. And you must have faith in that. You must believe it with your feelings. It must be true in your heart and in your emotions. You must live it already for it to come. And the moment you change your words, change your thoughts to the negative, and you do not catch it, you have destroyed what you've been working for. Particularly if it is just wishful thinking you're throwing out there, because this is what it really is. We're going to say it right now to you. If you just wishfully think for something, whatever it is, and this is the secret of The Secret. You know that movie, the book that came out, The Secret? We're going to go in and out today. The Secret was actually supposed to be the law of attraction. Esther and Jerry Hicks were supposed to be in it. They were cut from the film. But The Secret, the author, shared in another conversation about the secret that wasn't told in The Secret. And that was the power of disbelief. For when one disbelieves, does not truly believe that which was there for them, it completely negates that which was being built. It doesn't mean one little negative thought will destroy it all. But the truth of the matter is, especially when you're at the beginning stages, when you just can't believe, despite your desire to want to believe, but if you truly can't believe in your full consciousness, your whole body then does not believe. Because your quick negative thought of it ain't going to happen, or blah, 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 it's not going to work, or it hasn't worked before. Well, the reason it hasn't worked and it isn't working before is because you weren't believing it. Because this is how your body works. Your DNA, your cells, they expand. Excuse me. They expand when you're in a positive state, positive light, positive energy, positive emotions, positive feelings. Science has proven that. Here is your strongest magnetic field. Science has proven that there is a magnetic field, an energetic field around your heart, and it's the biggest part of the field around the person. And it can expand the farthest. Inside your heart are brain cells. This is your connection to that which you desire most. When you feel it, when you love it, when you emote what it's like to have, and you truly believe it's coming, despite not seeing in front of you, you are still willing it there, and it's on its way. The moment you don't believe, and you don't believe with a conviction and an emotion, the exact opposite is happening. One, your strong emotions are going to, once again, your emotions are going to push out there, but they're pushing out in the wrong direction. But further, as you get into the negative talk, your cells that have the power to push forth that which you want shrink. Science has proven that. All I'm saying is scientific proofs here. Science has proven that. So it goes back to this. You must consciously believe what it is that is going through as truth for your body to fully react and go forward. That's part one. Now, what are we here for? What are we supposed to be doing? This is what I channeled. This is where it gets a little more confusing. We speak now to teach you of this. There were many great masters in this world. Will you use Yeshua first? Jesus, whatever you want to call him. The masters were here. They have not returned. But they have a different role. But this is the important part. You are here to be a master. What do we mean by that? The sign of the masters is not about you being this magnificent healer that can walk up to someone and heal all their illnesses. That is not what is expected of you at this moment in time. Because the truth of the thing is, this is the first time you're in this energy ever. Never before on this planet as humans have you been in this energetic field before. It is new. As Cryan shared, it's like taking a saltwater fish and putting it in the freshwater. It needs to adapt, and it might not happen right away. It might take multiple generations, and you have to ease into it to be able to adapt to the new environment. But right now, what we are asking, what you are here for, is very simple. To live like a master. So what does this mean? Let's take you back to something. The masters came, they lived once. But there were followers about them. So you think, let's call it 12. It was a little more than 12. But 12 is the number we're going to use. What did 12 of them have a direct line with the master? And they are here. And their energy is spread out of the one into the many. Hence, you don't see any one with the powerful. But then, the idea of how this works. Imagine like a megaphone or a funnel, like one of those cones you see at the football games where they shout into, whoa, and it gets bigger and bigger and longer. Well, you've got the one at the point. And the energy and the message of the one is going. And as you go up that funnel, that cone, you go to the 12. And then you exponentially go to the 144. And then you exponentially go higher and higher and higher. And the energy grows and expands. Those 12 are not meant to be the healers. They're meant to be the teachers of the healers, to help them expand as they become a master. and so on and so forth. And the beauty of it all, you don't need the full 12 together to have the energy and the power that you think of. You don't need the 144 at the next level and so on and so forth. You just need decoupled together. And what you will see is even more amazing results. But besides that, we share with you what the master is. We've done it before. It is simple. As a master, you need to be aware of who you are. First and foremost, you'll find a peace in your life, regardless of what is occurring around you. The way you do that is you watch yourself as you go to anger. Are you quick or are you slow? It is something to work on, to become slow, because then the anger won't come. The first is that peace. All the masters had it. The second is observation. Do not be quick to react. Observe and then have compassion. Because this goes along with the next part of watch what you say. Do not speak poorly of others. Do not gossip. We like to say it, you speak well of others. But you speak well. We go back to the belief your words are very powerful. And then you live surrounded in this light and love coming from your heart center. What that does is amazing. And the key with all of this is you do it for you. You learn it for you. It's not about forcing change, forcing others to be certain ways. You cannot do it that way. But it's about being the role model for the others. As you grow, as you observe, are at peace, speak well, and are surrounded in love, you'll be seeing lots of things happen, including the ability to solve issues quickly and in a wonderful, positive way for you. You say, well, no, if I'm observing and I'm not getting confrontational, how will I resolve things? Oh, child, you will resolve things without trying. So many of you believe you must try really hard. Now, we're not saying, action. Action is needed. It's part of the whole intention and the belief. But you feel like you try and you try and you try so hard for a specific result. We're telling you, have the intention. Try this way with love, with peace, with observation and compassion. Speaking well and surrounded in this love again. And move towards what you want. You will see those things around you fall into place. If you believe and you consciously believe in this with all of your body, all of your cells. the solutions will come faster and faster, and you will notice them faster and faster, and you will see the abundance faster and faster, from small to big. And those around you will begin to see it too. And they will be like, how can I be like him or her? And they'll ask you what you do. And you will teach. Because then they will want to know, because they've chosen that path then. And that is why those that are the 12 that have moved now to 144 in some cases, and so on. That is why they're here. They're hearing the message. They're getting the messages. They have the energy that has been given to them by the Master. One of the Masters. There's been many. They're here to help us all be masters. Because we have chosen to come into this life right now for one purpose: to live like a master in love. And by doing that, we begin to navigate this new energy. By doing that, we continue to win this battle between the light, which is far more ahead of the battle than people realize, and the darkness of the old. You are doing marvelous, darlings. Wonderful things are there. Beautiful things are in store for you, such abundance. But to leave it, believe it consciously throughout your whole body as a truth, that to that which you desire is happening, that you are love, that you yourself have been deemed a master. If you're even watching this clip, you are a master. Begin to live like it. We are Artemis of light and truth. We love you dearly. We are here simply to teach, and nothing more. Okay. See, went a little long because, well, I had the teaching plus the message. It always happens that way, I guess. Sometimes maybe. You have to believe. That's the number one thing. If you don't believe, truly believe with your full body, soul, mind, consciousness, you aren't believing. You're just wishfully thinking. I had that discussion with someone, and it was heated. Because they kept on saying, when's it my turn? When's it coming for me? It's not going to come. And all I can say is, it's not hard. You have to take some action. But you have to believe it for it to happen. You have to believe. That's the message for tonight. Believe. Be a master. No, it doesn't happen like this. It takes practice. It takes time. It takes patience. But just taking those steps makes a huge difference to everything. With that, I thank you so much for watching. As always, feel free to share this with anyone. Feel free to leave a comment. Liana, thank you. Stacia, thank you. Feel free to leave a comment. Feel free to say hi, say bye, or let me know your thoughts. But all that being said, a beautiful night to you. You're beautiful. Good night.